Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac 83 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the California Angels and the Detroit Tigers at Tigers Stadium. On the mound for the Angels today is Dave Frost, whose record is 10-11 with a 5.73 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 15-7 with a 3.89 ERA. Okay, so we finished up the series versus the A's. We lost 3 out of 4. I think it was an entertaining series, but because of the 3 losses in this series, looking at the standings, we've dropped back to 7 games out. And to me, that puts the nail in the coffin. I don't think we have any chance of winning this division now. The game may manipulate it so that it's closer than the 7 games is now, but I don't think we can count on that happening. And so I made one roster move. I cut Joaquin Andahar from the team. Hit him off. I gave him $15,000, and he goes to free agency at the end of the year anyway. That was just what I had to pay to get rid of him. And he is a free agent, so he might sign with another team. But in order to fill that 5th spot in the rotation, I called up Jeff Robinson. Jeff Robinson, highly rated. He's a 93 right now. Now, how that equates to the major league level means jack shit, to be honest, but we'll find out. If you look at his minor league stats, it's been great. He's had 61 Ks and 87 innings pitched. More importantly, he doesn't walk anybody. His control is good. His command of the strike zone is not great yet, but maybe we can work on that at the major league level. I decided to give Robinson the edge over Danny Jackson. Basically because Jackson's a left-hander, and lefties just get lit up in gameplay mode. I think I've only ever played with one left-hander in the starting rotation that was ever any good, and Mickey Lolich, in old Tiger sims that I've played. So, I mean, Danny Jackson will get a shot, but it won't be right now. In fact, when the rosters expand in less than 2 weeks, Danny Jackson will be on the roster. So we'll get him in and see what we can do with him. So at any rate, so that's where we stand. We face the California Angels today, game 1 of a 4-game series. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. I think I mentioned in a previous video that game number 115 had taken off somehow. It started getting a ton of views right before this game was recorded. It hit 400 views. That's crazy. Most of my games are in the 20 to 30 range, and I pretty much could name you every person that watches it. So for it to get 400 views is really something. I have no idea how or why. If I could, I would do it every game, but I don't know what the magic touch was for that game. We've got Morris on the mound. He hasn't faced this lineup too often. Only 48 plate appearances, so there must be some different play there, looks like it. And if you take a look at the bullpen, everyone is available. Here's the lineup for today's game with Dave Frost on the mound. He's a righty. Sweet Lou is listed as tired, but we've got that son of a bitch right in the 4th game of this series. So I think we're going to force Lou to play, even though he's tired, and then we'll give him that day off against Frank Tanana. Otherwise, the lineup is the same. Let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Batting leadoff, playing center field, is Gary Pettis. Batting second in right field is Dickie Thon. It threw me off because he's a shortstop. What's he doing in right field? is Brian Harper. Batting cleanup and DHing is Daryl Sconiers. Batting fifth at third base is Carney Lansford. Batting sixth, playing first base, is John Harris. Batting seventh at second base is Steve Lubertich. Batting eighth at shortstop is Pat Keedy. And batting ninth in left field is Don Baylor. Okay, let's take a look at Jack. 26 start, 15-7, 3.89 ERA. That's all good. He's our only quality pitcher we have on our team right now. 116 Ks in 173 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .250. 4 complete games, 3 shutouts. You kind of know the rest already. The 28-year-old righty goes to free agency in 1984, so next year. Let's take a look at his log. Oh yeah, he had a terrible outing against Kansas City. Went 6 2/3, giving up 5 runs, 11 hits, and 3 walks. So yeah, that's a terrible, terrible start for Jack. And if you look at it here, every other game he wins and loses. If that pattern holds true, we got to win today, I guess. All right, let's take a look at the today's game. We have Eddie Miller out there in center field and Terry Kennedy behind the plate. All right, Jack Morris facing Gary Pettis. Pettis off the base path. I believe he's got 53 stolen bases. Pettis pops up. Second baseman Whitaker makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Dickie Thon, the everyday shortstop, stuck out there in right field, so Pat Keedy can get a start. Thon flies out to center. 2 outs. Here's former Tiger draft pick Brian Harper in the third spot with 2 down, and he hits a fly ball to left center field. Morris gets out with a 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a quick look at the Tigers lineup for today. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Whitaker. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup, playing third base is George Brett. Batting fifth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting sixth and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting seventh in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting eighth and DHing is Mickey. Batting ninth in center field is Eddie Miller. Let's take a look at Dave Frost. Frosty making his 25th start of the season, 10-11 with a 5.73 ERA. He's already given up 190 hits and 157 innings pitched. More walks than strikeouts. Opponents are batting .302 against him, 2 complete games. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 44.5. He's got 2 pitches that are just above average, a fastball and a curve. Overall rated at 83. The 30-year-old righty goes to free agency at the end of the year. And you'll see here he's in a Kansas City Royals uniform. Of course, he played for the Angels for many years. But in 1982, he was actually in Kansas City playing for them. And then, of course, this is the 83 Topps card. So they made a card for him, but he never pitched another ball game in the majors. So this was his last card in Major League Baseball. Okay, there is the Royals defense. Not looking too hot in left field and right field with Thon and Don Baylor. And Brian Harper behind the plate, what's his arm? At 82, so a little bit above average. Okay, here's Sweet Lou leading off against Dave Frost. Oh, a gapper to lead it off into right center field. A double, maybe 3. Infield arm, and Whitaker is safe at third. It was Dickie Thon throwing it from out there. So I thought maybe he might nab him. That is Whitaker's 3rd triple on the season. Well, I can't think of a better way to start a ball game. Here is Greg Brock. Tough to follow that up. He won't even try. He'll walk. That might have been, that's 4 fastballs That might have been an unintentional intentional walk. Now, I think we're going to take a cut here. Frost doesn't strike out many. That's one thing I'm worried about. Base. There we go. Whitaker will score. And the route is on. First and third. 1 run in on Whitaker's RBI. Here's George Brett. Whoops. I thought I hit it. Oh! A wild pitch. Oh, no. It's a mogling. So this is the reverse mogul you've heard so much about. Trammell on second. 2-0 Detroit. Brett skies it on the infield. Shallow center field. Who made the play? Second baseman Lubertich did. 1 down. Trammell on second. Here's Gibby. Gibby popping it up. Oh, boy. So, yeah, they gave us the 2 runs in the first. And that's all we're going to get. Another wild pitch. Come on. 1-1 count to Kennedy, and he pops it up. Not a good first inning for Frost. A walk and a couple wild pitches. We go to the top of the second. Daryl Sconiers leading off against Jack Morris. Striking him out. There we go. First K of the day for Jamomo. And then back-to-back Ks as Lansford takes strike 3 looking. 2 quick outs for John Harris and a ground ball to short. Trammell throws him out. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Glenn Wilson leading off. And an infield single perfectly placed between third and short. And the leadoff man is on. Here's Mickey Hatcher. He had his 6-game hitting streak broken. He had 5 games in a row where he had 2 hits. Kind of amazing. Scorches it to center as a hit and run was on. Trying to stay out of the double play. Miller's got good speed, so we're going to let him just take a cut. I think he can beat out a double play. We'll find out. He can. We're going to have him steal second. There's 2 down anyway. We're coming back to the top of the lineup, so at least we'll have Lou leading off if he's gunned down by Harper. Good job by Miller stealing second. His 4th stolen base on the year. 4 for 7, not a good ratio. Let's see if Lou can drive him in. Oh, he sure does! Home run number 20. I was beginning to think that no Tiger was going to get 20 home runs. We're second in the American League in homers. We did trade away Henderson and Eddie Murray, who had a lot. And I think Dawson had 3 when we traded away Dawson. Could you imagine a team trading away Ricky Henderson, Andre Dawson, and Eddie Murray all in the same season? There's a fly ball to right from Brock. And that'll do it. So much for Whitaker being tired with the big home run. 4-0 Detroit. Here's Steve Lubratich leading off. I think of note, I'll point it out. He had 23 home runs last year, Lubertich did. And he's got 2 only this year. I don't know if that is something to do with the stadium effects that I created. But he is playing half his game in away parks, so I can't explain it. Here's Lubertich leading off, and a base hit to right field. There's the first hit for the Angels today. That will bring up Pat Keedy. I don't know anything about this guy. 25-year-old shortstop. Wow, he's got 86 power. Okay. Here we go. Runner on first, nobody out. A ground ball to Trammell. That should be 2. Oh, Keedy beats out the relay throw. 1 down. Here's big bad Don Baylor, 4 for 7 in his career versus Morris with a home run. And Keedy was going on a slider too. Kennedy guns him down. Good job by Terry Kennedy. Bases are empty now for Don Baylor. And Baylor gets a base hit up the middle. Baylor at the end of his career is still getting base knocks. He's got 14 home runs. We're going to pull the outfield in for Gary Pettis. That was a good call. That's going to fall in anyway. So that doesn't do it any good. It was no advantage to pulling the outfield in because he still dropped the base hit in front of someone with a 90 defense. Pettis probably will be on the move here. Nope, fly ball to center. Can Miller get to that one? Yes, he does. So 3 hits in the inning. 0 runs thanks to Pat Keedy getting caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Detroit. Trammell leading off with a ground ball to second. Lubertich makes the play. George Brett, next man up. Deep fly ball to center. Almost 400 feet, but it's dead center field at Tiger Stadium is 440. And you may remember they had a flagpole right in the middle of the outfield out there. One of the fun little things about Tiger Stadium, I guess. Gibby gets an infield single. Should we send Gibby with 2 down? I'm going to say no because Terry Kennedy's a lefty. I think a lefty versus Dave Frost, we got to trust our bats. And that is a faith misplaced. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Brian Harper leading off. Harper betting 275, strikes out, 3 Ks for Jamomo. Feeling good about Morris's performance so far. Oh, no! Sconiers makes me eat shit with his 12th home run of the season. And the Angels are on the board. All right. Just a loud home run. Moving on to Carney Lansford, popping it up into foul ground. There's out number 2. John Harris batting 303 versus righties. I believe he was an all-star this year, right? He was an all-star. Leading vote getter at first base. Oops. Okay. So, we go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-1. Here is Glenn Wilson. Safe on a error by the third baseman, Carney Lansford. I kind of feel like the mogul is on at this point in our favor for once. I guess I could be proven wrong. But the wild pitch is, there's an error. Hatcher gets a base hit going the other way. Wilson goes to third. Let's see if Eddie Miller can drive in a run. This is something he does well. But we'll let him take a cut here. 2-2 count. A ground ball to first. Oh, Wilson, come on. He was playing back. He was playing back, and they got the force at second. So he didn't have time to even look him back. That would never be a real baseball play. That is a baseball mogul play only. That's just ridiculous. Okay, we're going to have Miller try to steal second base here. Will they throw down? I don't know. Probably. Curveball, and Miller's got his second stolen base of the game. Let's see if Whitaker can drive him in. He's got a 1-0 count. High fly ball to right. That might not be deep enough for Wilson. We're going to send him anyway. Yes, sir. 70% chance. Oh, Wilson out at home. You got a frickin' shortstop in right field. And a 70% chance. And the game throws him out. I mean, I guess I could see that happening. Wilson is not fast. And, I mean, even though Thon is playing out of position, he is a shortstop after all. That was lame. Let's see if that changes the momentum as Lubertich flies out to center. Morris at 60 pitches here in the fifth. A ground ball to first. 2 down. Here's Don Baylor. He had a base hit up the middle first time. Through. And he goes Apotaco. Baylor's 15th home run on the season. And a base hit for Pettis. All right, let's just get it over with. All right, go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 4-2. We have the ace of the staff against this schlub. And we're not able to break through against him here. We should knock them out of the ball game by now. As Brock strikes out, Trammell rips it past the third baseman into the corner for a double. Only the 13th double on the season for Trammell. Runner on second. Here's George Brett. This is the man you want up in this position. Oh, come on. God, this game sucks so bad. Like Trammell would really run with a ground ball hit in front of him. This game doesn't actually understand baseball at all. It boggles my mind. It's like a child wrote this game. Go to the top of the sixth inning. Take a look at the in-game stats. Tigers have 7 hits. Whitaker, with that 2-run home run, probably player of the game so far. Here we go, sixth inning. Brian Harper flying out to right center field. Daryl Sconiers, ground ball to short. I'm still kind of like miffed about Wilson getting thrown out at home. I mean, if a player is playing out of position, regardless of their arm, away from their primary position, there should be a negative number against that attribute of an arm, their arm strength. It shouldn't be the same. It shouldn't be considered the same. It's the same arm, but it's a different position, Like if I were playing right field, if I was a first baseman, which I played first base, and I was put into right field, the arm that I would use at first base to throw to third or to try to turn 2 is not the same type of throw that you would make from right field. So there should be something like some kind of a detriment to being out of position. But I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me bitch about it. It's like, shut up already. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Here's Terry Kennedy. I think we're going to win this game no matter what, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter how many solo shots the Angels get. As Kennedy gets a base hit, there's his first hit today. We will hit and run because we got to stay out of the double play with these slowpokes. Wilson flies out to left, of course. And you know what? We're going to hit and run again. Simply because Mickey Hatcher's the best at it. 0-1 count. And a ground ball into the hole at short. Keedy makes the play at first. So Kennedy does move over. That'll bring up Eddie Miller, who's garbage in these situations. Lines it to left. Okay, we go to the top of the seventh inning. Morris at 87 pitches. I'd like to see him get 2 more. The beautiful thing about the Angels team is they are primarily right-handed bats. So, I mean, we're already through the lefties, and one of them took them deep. So I think we're good until we get to Sconiers again, and then we might need to think about it. Here's Lubertich. Is that going to fall into center? Yeah, of course it would. Why wouldn't it? And then a walk. Okay, so this is it here. Let's just get it over with. Ground ball to first. Because it is Pettis, we'll pull the infield in. Striking him out. Morris stepping up, and now it's Dickie Thon. Morris in a sticky situation with Dickie. We're gonna. I don't know. We're just gonna let him pitch. I don't think it matters anyway. A 3-run home run. Yeah, there we go. The Angels take the lead. Well, I was really wrong about this one. There's another one to deep center field. And we got to the lefties, so. We'll bring in the creeper. Why not? 4 runs in the inning. Back-to-back home runs. And this game is over. Jack Morris bested by a pitcher who wasn't even in the major leagues. By players who weren't even in the major leagues. Oh, man. 4 home runs against Morris today. It's kind of unbelievable. I wonder what's the most home runs that we've had a pitcher give up. All right. They're going to bring in a reliever. Todd Fisher. 22-year-old right-hander. 3-1 with a 2.70 ERA. Well, he's been pretty effective. Opponents are batting 169 against him. He's got a couple saves. Only a 2-pitch pitcher. His changeup is better. Rated at 86 overall. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it over with. Gibby loops it over the first baseman's head. Again, the worst outfield in the majors. And a double play. Pat Keedy gets a double. A guy who never played Major League Baseball. Ground ball to short. This is it. Bottom of the ninth. Oh, they're going to give us 1 run. They're going to give us the old diddle. Well, maybe they won't. Oh, pass ball. 2 wild pitches, a pass ball, and an error by the Angels, and they're still going to win the game. Tigers lose 7-4. 5 runs in the last 3 innings. 8 games back. Wow, Baltimore's about ready to jump over us. At least we're going to do no worse than fourth, I would think, right? Angels hit 4 home runs in that game. And holy cow, look at that. Oakland jumps over Seattle a half game back. That is pretty crazy. Seattle has had a few injuries here. Headline news. The Mets, oh no, what is this? Yankees beat the White Sox. Okay, yeah, 8-4. Dennis Worth did some stuff. Did stuff. Oh, a no-hitter for Cincinnati's Bruce Berenier. Wow. Let's take a look at the box score. We don't see that very often, do we? I'm surprised he wasn't pitching against the Tigers. Let's pull up the box score for the Reds game. 3-0. No-hitter. Wait, was it a perfect game? No, he walked 5. Okay. Great job. No hits, no runs, no errors. Pretty good job. Okay. Congratulations to Bruce Berenier. Let's go back to the standings. Cincinnati, 10 in a row. That is the team to beat. 1 game back. They were sitting in last place. Whenever it was that Kim Allen came back, he missed 5 weeks, and they were in last place. And then he came back. I don't remember. Well, I guess we could look at his log. Does it tell? So I guess it was early July. And, he's not tearing it up or anything, but he's got 25 stolen bases since coming back. Holy cow. Good job. That's kind of fun. Let's finish off the headlines here. Oh, we did finish it off. Transactions. Bruce Berenier, no-hitter, we know that. Luis Salazar is going to miss 3 weeks for the Pods. And Joe Simpson, another Seattle injury. He is not playing in the majors, so it means nothing. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Another terrible loss. It's sad that our season's over, but, we still have stats. Jack Morris takes a loss. He totally fell apart. Gave up 6 runs. He was just cruising. Solo shot, back-to-back home runs. And that was all she wrote. Dave Frost, undeserving of his 11th victory. Todd Fisher gets his 3rd save, going 2 innings. Player of the game, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to give it to Lou for his home run, which gave us a little bit of hope. He also had a triple. So we're going to give it to Lou. Okay, come back tomorrow, game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.